Chill out. 6 free tools that will help you manage your stress at saka anxiety. All of this that I'm about to share, I have checked it myself. I have recommended it to most of my students, to my friends and family. And not just because it worked for me, but because it's recommended by science. Again, my name is Coach Nino, empowering you especially 40s and above, to rebuild your health by gaining muscles. Let me know from the comment section below. Where are you tuning from? Or do you have tips on how to manage stress? But of course, you're so blessed because today is our WTG exclusive class. So as you can see, you are part of this wonderful campaign and movement. This is our mission and vision. And if you're watching right now, meaning to say, you are responsible, you are independent, you are committed to strength, you're committed to longevity, holistic health, and responsibility because you don't want to be a burden sa pamilya mo, but because you want to be responsible, you want to be part of the solution rather than the problem, you are taking charge of your own health. So pag-usapan natin stress, wala pong exempted dito. Ano man yung estado ng pamumuhay mo, saan ka man sulok ng mundo, you can't avoid this. It is part of our humanity. And although it's a reality, we don't deny it, but there are practical ways on how to cope with it. Sige, question muna tayo. When was the last time you felt so happy? Yung sobrang saya ka talaga. When was it? Can you describe what happened that day? Maybe you were in Disneyland with your family. Maybe you were having a buffet with your loved ones. Maybe you want to travel last Christmas sa abroad. Describe it in one sentence. Place it in the comment section. If you're watching right now live sa WTG group natin sa Facebook, check it. Write it as well because I will check it now sa Facebook natin na group. When was the last time you felt so happy? Yung sobrang saya talaga. Hello sa mga live viewers natin dyan sa Zoom at saka sa Facebook, WTG at saka sa 14-week challenge natin exclusive class. Okay. Siguro some of you are nahihirapan kasi marami siguro. Or maybe some of you nakalimutan when was it. Okay. I'll give you time no, to review at saka reminisce. Okay. Sabi dito ni Coach Gisela, yung pinakamasayang moment niya last time was Valentine's Day. Alam ko yung kasama mo nung Valentine's Day, Coach Gisela. Ano yun, super blessed, no? I heard yung kasama mo sobrang pogi at saka mabait, no? At saka cute. Okay, sige. Yeah, I believe that's my happiest then, yung pinaka-recent, no? Yung Valentine's kasi nag-food trip kami plus ano, nag-usap kami, no? At saka naglakad dito. At saka pumunta tayo nagbigay tayo ng something pala sa mga guards. Yes, nagbigay kami ng chocolate, low carb chocolate, at saka low carb coffee dito sa mga guards. They were so happy, no? At saka in return, happy din kami, of course. Sabi ito ni Ma'am Maria, last 5:14 din daw. Ay, ano po nangyari, ma'am? For most likely, in-enjoy niyo po yan with your family or with your partner, maybe. When I got promoted last year, sabi ni JT, yes, for sure. Magpakain ka naman, JT. Sino si JT? Paki-pronounce naman yung full name for I can address you properly, no? Si JT. Get promoted. Congratulations, JT. Ano man yung position mo, CEO, Vice President. For sure, pinaghirapan mo yan. So, congratulations to you. Sabi dito ni Philip Villanueva, yes. Valentine's with family. So, at least, no, kasama yung buong pamilya. John Thomas pala. John Thomas, congratulations to you. Sabi ito ni si JT's Manukan Grill. Yung makaka-relate lang dyan, siguro yung nakakain sa JT. Yo. Si John Thomas, yes, yung pangalan mo, no? Katukayo mo yung may-ari ng JT Manukan. Yes, whatever, whenever yung pinaka-latest na you felt so happy, most likely hindi yan forever, no? At saka may mga tinatawag doon roller coaster ride, no? May isang band vocalist, no? Sobrang sikat niya. During the concert, no, grabe yung happiness, no? Sigawan, ah, grabe yung dopamine level, grabe yung happiness level sa crowd. Pero after which, a day before, yung vocalist together with his band felt so down. Because we know yung happiness, no, it's up and down, no. Now, of course, before I move sa next question, let me read muna dito. Last September daw, wedding anniversary namin, nag-surprise kami ng family at saka friends. Interesting. Di ba yung happiest moment natin, most of the time, is when our family is around. Di ba? Interesting. Because that's true. Even in our last days, no? We will appreciate not the things that we accumulate, but the people, especially our loved ones, whom we spent our time with. No, family, loved ones. Second question, okay. What's your blueprint to stress? When I say blueprint, ito yung usual response mo sa stress. Ito yung usual na cue ng mind mo to cope with stress. For example, in the past, yung coping mechanism ko with stress was watching movie. Every time I felt stress, I will open my laptop tapos go sa internet tapos mag-watch ng free movies. Kasi may mga free movies online, di ba? I have a friend na yung response niya sa stress is gaming, video, computer games. No? How about you? When I say blueprint, ito yung pinagplanuhan mo, tapos ito yung uh, pathway ng brain mo whenever you're triggered by stress. Okay? Very important that you answer this question, kasi if you know yung trigger points mo, at least you know ano yung response ng katawan mo, especially when you are stressed. Sabi dito ni John, no? Ni JT, John Tomas. Listening to music yung response niya sa stress. Wow, that's good. Sige, check natin dito sa Facebook. Yes. Ano yung usual response mo sa stress? Once you are stressed, ito yung usually mo na nilalapitan o yung usually mo pinupuntahan or yung tendency mo. Okay. I know a friend na every time stress siya, nag-order siya ng pizza. Merong ganon. How about you? Okay. So, others, iba-iba yung response natin, no? Paiba-iba. But regardless, no, we have our own blueprint when it comes to stress. Others don't want to face stress. For example, merong tendency na mag-confrontation sa work. Ayaw nila mag-confront. They rather escape or avoid it. No? Ganun yung blueprint nila sa stress. Sabi dito ni Coach Dan Pogi, nang dilibre daw siya kapag stress. Coach Dan, I think stress ka ngayon. Okay, patunayan mo nga na effective to yung stress management mo. Yeah. Kanina nakita kita parang stress ka no? Sige, ipatunayan mo nga no, yung response ng katawan mo. Okay, masaya daw si Coach Daniel. Okay, good evening everyone. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Yonida. Now, let's go sa reality naman. Stress, as I mentioned, is part of life, part of humanity because we're not just physical beings. We are also emotional, mental. No? Meaning to say, yung katawan natin also responds to grief, responds to happiness, responds to ups and downs na nangyayari sa atin. So we react to that. And there are many factors. One of which is yung hormones natin. No, if we are, especially kapag there are people who would say na usually when you turn 40s, no, yung level of activity, level of hormones nila, especially yung testosterone level. When I say testosterone level, ito nagbibigay ng courage sa mga lalaki. Bumababa. Okay? Of course, it will affect their happiness level. There are certain factors then such as yung stress hormone, cortisol level. It is being spiked, no? Especially kapag exposure sa stress. Also, the reality of life, we lost our loved one, or maybe we lost a job. So it's really part of our humanity. And I'm not saying we avoid it, but there are ways to deal with it in a wiser way. No? Again, what I'm giving you based sa personal experience ko at saka sa experience sa mga students ko. So of course, if you have uh, chronic stress level, it would be wise to consult a professional para ma-deal ang root ng concern mo. The reason why I asked those questions kanina is for you to reflect yung mga possible triggers. Okay, number 1. May mga mindfulness apps. These apps will help you divert your attention dun sa mga nagpapakalma. So for example, yung Calm na app, it will give you, by the way, free mga tools na to it will give you a sense of a vibe of relaxation. So may mga music dyan na nasa, parang yung vibe is nasa, nasa forest, nasa beach, nasa lake, nasa kagubatan sa mountain, no? May mga ganun. Actually, yung mindfulness parang number 1 siya at one time sa mga applications sa iPhone, no? Insight Timer is parang tawag nila meditation app. May mga dito, may mga speaker that both help you in wide variety din of dealing with stress. So, parang courses siya. Maraming nag-subscribe dito in fairness, close to 10 million ata last time I checked. So, may mga teacher dyan na magtuturo sa'yo on how to deal with stress. Last time I checked, merong speaker that talks about the root cause of stress. Also, may mga insights din about spirituality. So, meron doon, parang siya, open to all religion. So, it's not a exclusive group, affiliated with a certain religion. I'm not using it, but I've seen testimonies. It works. What I'm using actually is yung U version na Holy Bible. So this one, there is a way on how to listen to it, yung audio version. So kapag sobrang busy or maybe kapag distracted, I'm working, tapos I just listen to it. Tapos I just let play it, yung mga verses dyan, usually sa Book of Psalms. It helps me deal with my emotional problem. Book of Psalms. Audio version ng U version Holy Bible. Mindfulness app, most of these are free. Maximize this and go for an app that works for you. Pangalawa, alam nyo ba, breathing is a way to deal with stress. Sometimes our stress is lack of oxygen sa brain because you're not breathing correctly, you're not breathing properly. Try nyo mag-inhale at saka exhale deeply. Try nyo for 1 minute. You would sense yung stress mo is being released. Try mo now. If you can join me in breathing exercise, inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold it for a while, and then exhale. You would notice yung sa chest area mo is being relaxed. No? Sometimes what you need is attention to your breathing. No? Your breathing is being disrupted once you are stressed. That's why kapag grabe yung stress mo, yung breathing mo, shortness of breathing is not a trigger. Yung breathing mo, minsan nakakalimutan mo mag-breathe in at mag-breathe out because you're so focused on your stress. No? So, take time to upload this, download these applications. These are free applications. Breathing Zone at saka Breathe Relax. The focus of these apps is to help you track your breathing, Tapos will teach you on how to breathe deeply, properly. Set like 5 minutes of your time, What's 5 minutes, diba? What's 5 minutes of your day? What's the fraction of 5 minutes compared to 24 hours or 12 hours na or 14 hours na gising ka, diba? So set aside 5 minutes for this and you would see yung impact sa health mo different. I believe most of our problems right now are connected to stress, no? I listen to most of my students. Some of them are affected talaga to what's happening around them. And even myself, no? Kasi we are social beings din. Most of our problems maybe are not within us but in the people around us. No, kapag meron kang a conflict with your family, 'di ba? Hindi yan maiiwasan. You will be affected, no? And family is messy, tama. I think no family is perfect and that's not opinion, that's reality. And the thing about family is you have to deal with it. Hindi mo pwedeng uh, i-avoid yung family mo, tama? And at the end of the day, family is family. Sila yung always yung lalapitan mo, especially in times of stress. Tama? Breathing exercises. Pangatlo, sino sa inyo dito nagjo-journal? Let me know from the comment section below. Raise your left hand if nagjo-journal ka. Okay, left hand. Ayun, may nakita ko nag-left hand do. Ayun, yes, nagjo-journal si Coach Usala. Sino pa nagjo-journal dyan? Yeah. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Rosemary Cadano, practice Tai Chi. Wow. Galing. Nagta-Tai Chi po kayo, Rosemary. Pakituro naman po sa amin. No? I'm exploring other areas of ano din, of physical activities. No? Journaling is a way to free your mind. Yung mind natin is so mixed up. We are thinking about many things. But alam niyo ba, yung problema mo, sabi nila, psychology will tell us, 50% of your problem is solved when you define it. No? Minsan, overwhelmed tayo sa problema, we can't define bakit tayo ganito, bakit di natin maintindihan yung stress levels natin mataas. But actually, if you define it, meaning if you write it down, if you define it clearly saan nanggagaling yung problema mo, 50% of your problem is solved. No? Take time to write it down. Journaling is also one way for you to express what you're feeling. No, I remember one time I was in SM food court. I have my notebook with me. Tapos that time I was so broken, so financially broke, and I wrote my journal to God. So that's my way for me to communicate to God. So that time kasi my mind was so noisy. Meaning just I cannot concentrate. No? When I pray, hindi ako makakonsentrate. Maraming dumadaan sa isip ko. No? Maraming nagaganap sa isip ko. Okay? So ginagawa ko, nagre-write down ako. That way focus siya. Tama? So I started with that and it helped me a lot. No? Journaling. This time, my journal is through notepad na lang. Kasi yung penmanship ko, hindi ko naman gets eh. Alam mo yung matagal ka na-expose sa gadgets or maybe sa laptop, that's way of life mo na. Tapos yung writing mo nandiyan na lahat, email at saka yung mga write-ups mo. Tapos nakalimutan na muna mag-write down dun sa pen at saka paper. Tapos yung penmanship ko, hindi ko na ma-gets, no? So ngayon, yung journal ko nasa notepad na. But I'm trying, no? I will try to reawaken, replenish my writing skills sa pen at saka paper, no? Journaling, how about you? Nagjo-journal buwa kayo? Sleeping, tapos muni-muni. Watching favorite TV shows, exercise. Sabi ni Coach Liz, I like it. Yung muni-muni, alam niyo ba, yung muni-muni is one way for you to have me time. Kailangan natin mag-set aside ng time to pause. At saka to interrupt yung usual natin na mga ginagawa. Kailangan natin ng freeze muna. Kasi yung mundo will always go around with or without your problems. That's why you have to set aside time for yourself to reflect on those things. Pang-apat, meron mga digital detox apps. Try nyo yung Forest. Sobrang ganda. Alam niyo bang yung Forest is one way for to restrict your time depending on your gadgets. So, ang ginagawa ng Forest is, yung goal niya is for you to be focused. At saka i-divert yung attention dun sa planting trees, no? Dun sa app mismo. So, this time, parang ano siya, parang fun way siya to be off sa gadgets mo in a productive, creative way. Try yung Forest, free ito. You can download sa phone nyo, tapos track mo yung ano mo, yung focus time mo. Now sa iPhone, merong screen time din. But I am not sure if it's working. I've used it, but most of the time, I ignore the limit, no? Especially kapag may mga dapat gawin. So, kapag disrupted ka na because you're so used sa social media or sa news or sa gadgets mo, I think it's time to intervene. Kailangan mo ng tulong. So there are strategies on how to deal with it. So ito yung mga apps na kailangan mo. If your problem with your social media or with your gadgets is uh, putting your work or your emotional health in danger, I think it's time to be drastic. No, I'd say drastic because if your family or your emotional health is on the line, you really have to do something to change it. So there are instances you have to be extreme. For example, uh, you want to manage your social media, correct? No, so maybe you have to let your wife or spouse know about it. Tapos maybe you can make him or her accountable to you. So for example, if you want to make it drastic, you can uh, delete muna yung social media mo or any app that you're challenged with. Tapos you let your wife and spouse download it during weekends lang or maybe in certain hours lang. Or maybe, no, you can download an app. Meron mga app online that can block certain apps. No, meron mga ganon. At saka meron din mga applications that your accountability partner can know ano yung mga ino-open mo na applications online. So maybe if you have concerns with some videos that are sexually disturbing, so yung partner mo makikita niyan through that kind of app. So may mga ganong tools online that you can maximize. Also, may mga instances na, for example, uh, yung spouse mo, you inform your spouse na every Mondays to Fridays walang phone. Ano lang, laptop lang. Kasi sa laptop at least yung scroll scrolling medyo hindi ganun ka-convenient compare sa phone, di ba? So maybe that way. It depends on you. But again, if your emotional health is on the line, I think it's time to be drastic. You have to be accountable and you have to do something real changes para ma-deal mo yung emotional health, no? Digital detox apps. Panglima, may mga creative outlets. So, I'm not a believer of suppression or yung idea na total deprivation of certain things. I'm not a believer of focusing on the negative. I'm a believer of focusing on the positive. For example, kapag stress ka, of course, you don't focus on that. You focus on positivity. So, creative outlets means these are the ways for you to be diverted yung attention mo. Maybe sa painting, maybe sa drawing, maybe sa music, maybe sa clay potting, no? Marami po. And this way, yung attention mo will be diverted. There are many ways to be creative, no? And I think one of the ways is to be active with this. Meaning to say, you don't let it come to you. Alam mo yung feeling na you wait for the right opportunity. I don't believe on that. You really have to make ways to be intentional, to study it, to place time to it. No, I know a friend na he is emotionally challenged. So ginawa niya, nag-enroll siya sa class sa music. Paano, paano mag-play ng piano. So intentional. And he invested dun sa teacher niya at saka sa mga equipments. Creative outlets. Pang-anim, cooking at saka nutrition. For some of you, you're doing it already. So, meron pong mga ways for you to be creative at saka ma-divert yung attention mo. Busog ka pa at saka healthy. Tama, cooking is one. Nutrition, of course, kasama yan kasi cooking should be nutrient dense. So, we are advocating a healthy way of cooking at saka baking. Sa baking, no, fun way din yan. I know a friend na during pandemic, nawala ng trabaho. So, emotionally, financially down. So, ginawa niya, nagluto siya ng mga macaron. Alam mo yung macarons? Yung mga sweets, no? That time, no, meron din siyang anak. So, that way, yung attention niya, nade-divert, kumikita pa siya. Tama? So, there are ways to be happy at saka be productive citizen din of this country, di ba? Cooking at saka nutrition. Pang-anim po, iyon. And you know what? Yung topic natin, di ba? Yung title natin, 6 tools lang. Pero actually, I have bonus for you. No, bonus number 1, of course, this one. Boundaries. No? Setting boundaries. So, very important that you are aware yung area in which no you're saying yes all the time. So, kagaya dito, sa picture natin, most of your problems are connected to you saying yes to lots of responsibilities, lots of activities, lots of requests, no, and tsaka engagement. Maybe this is the time to set it aside at saka review what matters to you. Tama? Kasi the moment you say yes to one thing is saying no to the rest of the things. Tama? For example, if you say yes to an obligation on Saturday, most likely you're saying no to all your obligations sa family mo, sa health mo on that day. No? Set boundaries. That's number 1, by the way. Ang number 2, medyo ano siya, ito pala yung number 1 pala. Gardening. Sino sa inyo dito nag-gardening? Meron akong friend, no, retired government employee. Gardening yung way niya to cope with stress, no? Yung bahay niya parang forest na. Maraming tanim, may mga sili, may bawang, may kamote, may mga peanuts siya. Gardening, alam niyo ba, this time, yung gardening, there's life to it. There's something with plants that makes you relax, no? By just looking at it, no? You'll feel relaxed, no? Alam niyo yung feeling na you have to look after something or someone. Diba? The same applies with pet dogs, no? Kasi you are looking after the well-being of that thing or someone. So it will give you hope to live productively at saka with purpose. Gardening is an option as well. Sino po sa inyo dito nag-gardening? Pakitaas naman yung kanang kamay. Yeah, I do planting daw during weekends. Yes, sabi ni dito ni Philip. I like it, no? Alam nyo ba yung gardening is also, yung same principle dito is the same din sa pet dogs. Sino sa inyo dito may mga aso, pusa, no? Sino-sino mahilig sa pets, no? I am a great believer of pets making you stress-free, no? Alam niyo yung feeling kapag super stress ka sa trabaho, tapos pagpasok mo sa pintuan mo, yung aso mo super excited na makita ka. 'Di ba nakakawala ng stress? 'Di ba? Merong one time na 'di ba dito kami sa Manila, hindi pwede yung pet dito. So umuwi kami dito doon sa province namin. Yung dogs namin, ni Coach Sala doon sa bahay nila. Hindi namin nakita, of course. Nung pagpasok namin sa gate, grabe yung excitement nila. No? Naalala pa kami, no? Yung amoy siguro namin na hindi naliligo. Alam na alam ng dogs namin. Super excited sila. No? Nakakawala ng stress. No? So I'm sure for most of you na merong pets can relate with me. Sabi ito ni Coach Alin, you have 3 dogs. Wow, pengi naman yan, Coach Alin. Di ba ka nakakawala ng stress? Amen to that. Yo. Pang-tatlo, alam niyo community is a wonderful way to deal with stress. Alam niyo ba, yung common characteristics of people who are depressed at saka who are anxious at saka stress is, yung common, number 1, is they are alone. They want to deal with it alone. No? Don't separate yourself from the community. We are social beings. No one lives a life of happiness living alone. When I say living alone, it doesn't mean just with your spouse, but also with the people that you love or you trust with. So community could be your church, could be your sports group, could be your non-profit group. I have this sister na yung community niya is yung Rotaract. Alam niyo yung Rotaract? Nagsisimula siya dito sa Manila. Ito yung isa sa mga ginoinan niya na community. No? That way, yung attention mo will be focused to others. Alam niyo may mga community din in which you have the opportunity to serve. One of the community I want to visit actually is yung Home for the Aged at saka yung prison, yung presohan. Ano? Kasi that way yung attention mo, yung problem mo will be diverted to other people. And also, speaking of community, excuse me, for some of you who are living in Manila, I'd like to invite you. Coach Daniel at saka Coach Gisela and I are conducting Refresh. This is a small Bible study group, and this will help you not just with your uh, community-based siya na study group, but also this is a group in which you will feel na safe ka at saka you will feel na the power, not really power, the joy of having a family, no? So, of course, this is just a small community. And I like to encourage you, if meron po nearby you, go for it. But I'm inviting you every Sunday sa Makati, sa Beacon Makati, 4 p.m. So if you're free tomorrow, we want to invite you. And after which, if you're free at 7 p.m., we have badminton. No? So where you attire then, I'd like to invite all the members of WTG to come. If you want to know the details, let me know. Let your coach know, and we will give the directions to you. Now, before we move sa group support natin, I'd like to give you an appreciation. One of the reasons why you enroll sa WTG is because you want to be part of the community. So you spending here your Saturday night sa class natin is a big help, not just to you but also to the people around you. Once you are present dito sa Saturday class natin, you are sending a signal to your classmates dito that you're committed to your health. So that way you're helping not just yourself but also the people around you. So I'd like to encourage you every Saturday be present. No, set aside every Saturday 7 p.m. to be present sa Saturday class natin. 3 questions lang. What's the one thing that usually stresses you out? So you may want to share this. Pangalawa, do you handle stress by yourself or to talk someone about it? So that's the second question. At saka yung last question is, what's your top tip for managing stress? Isa lang po, I'm sure marami. Just share one.